I'm Terry, and this is my second video about CRPS or RSD. It is an autoimmune disease that affects every single facet of your body. I overhear. I hear times 10. Going out to eat is something that is extremely painful. I can hear a server clear a table. I can hear a waitress 5 tables down take orders. I can hear other people talking. I can't even pay attention to who is sitting next to me. Going to church, I can't even listen to the pastor, because I can hear side talk and side chatter about everything else going on around me. So even that makes it extremely hard. Going to public events makes it hard. Too much walking around, my leg gives out, I trip and fall. I look like an idiot, I think. People think I'm drunk all the time because my leg doesn't walk, and it's extremely embarrassing. I do not want anybody to see me and look at that drunk girl, or look at that girl, she can't even hold her own liquor, and I'm not even drinking. Doctors think you're faking it. I had one doctor in particular, went walking down the hallway with my leg that will not walk and keeps having a gimp, sluggish walk, and I was asked if I had cerebral palsy. I said, I don't know. I walk in there, sit on the exam table, and then I'm told I'm a faker. Me and my husband have been at 15 doctors that have told us the same thing and told me that all this is in my head. This is why we need to raise awareness for this disease, because even doctors don't even know how to treat us. We need to be treated like human beings. Just because we look fine from the outside doesn't mean our bodies aren't torn up on the inside. I can't go to the park to push my daughter. I can't even throw a frisbee. I can't go fishing too long because my arm gets tired. If I do too much, I pay the price for a week, not just a day. It is extremely hard on our families. Even they don't understand and they get frustrated, and I can't say I blame them. They don't understand the pain we're in, and no one really does. This is why we need this month, the CRPS and RSD Awareness Month. My dogs are my godsend. My one will bark at me if I'm going to start to faint or black out, which I have done. I have literally lost sight in the store. Luckily I had my daughter with me. I asked her where we were in the store, and I asked her to take me back to my husband without being too panicked about it, but I was terrified. Went to a party that day. Probably shouldn't have gone, but I said I was going to go. We got to the party. People were playing cards, and I couldn't even make out what the cards were. I could just make out red and black out of people's hands. I sat there the whole entire time, being terrified and being scared. I have chronic migraines every day. My body aches every day. And don't think because we're not in bed every day that we're not in pain. We somehow have to live this life with this disease. And if we stay in bed, guess what? We give up. This is the highest disease with the suicide rate, because the pain never goes away and it never escapes. So please repost this video, if you can, to support CRPS, and wear orange. I'm sorry I'm not wearing orange. It's a little too cold today for my fleece, and the sweater's a little bit more warm. So thank you very much for your awareness. I love everybody. Please have a positive day. And let's show this one as much love as you showed me the last one. Thank you again. I love you. And let's let this thing fly. Bless the man upstairs.